Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. It's great to see you all back. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Craig David and through his song Walking Away. We looked at the fact that after you've tried absolutely everything, it might be time to walk away if you can't see any other way forward. So I trust you found that one encouraging. If you're in that moment right now, well, there we go. We're going from there to 1944 in Cardiff, Wales. A guy at about the age of 12, 13 felt the pull of the guitar and decided when everybody else was doing sport, he would do guitar instead. And he never looked back from that point onwards. The guy we're talking about is Dave Edmunds. Now, in his growing up years, he was in various duos, trios. He was in a duo with his brother for a while. As he got a bit more into his career, he did a couple of shows in the band, in stage shows. And because of that, he learned producing. It's been said that he's had multi-layering, which is very much along the lines of Phil Spector's Wall of Sound, up to 40 guitar tracks in a track. So that's a lot of stuff going on there. Just to really get at you, we can always have another guitar in the sound. And so Dave Edmunds well and truly got established as a bit of a rocker, a bit of rockabilly. He has done so with the Stray Cats, this guy as well. And he's just got one of these steadfastness, always guaranteed type of things about him, and enabled him to just had a pretty successful career. In 1977, out came the album Get It, and off that album we've got I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll. So, used to rock and roll. She doesn't rock any roll anymore. In fact, the guy's probably reminiscing about the fact that, hey, we had a lot of good fun. Now you're getting married. The fun's kind of over. And, you know, it's a bit sad that married life often goes that way, but it doesn't have to, hey? You know, you can be the bride and rock and roll at the same time, because I'm sure that's what you were like when you met your guy or you met your girl. Keep rocking. Just keep rocking. Have fun. So I've got a live version of that one. Now, in 1979, Repeat When Necessary came out. This is probably one of his most well-known songs, Girls Talk, official version and live version of that one. This is probably where I want to go today, as we always reflect on one of the songs. And this is concept of talking. You know, when you go to an event, you know, it might be just a social gathering or whatever it is. What is your mindset when you go? You think, well, I'm just going to talk to as many people as I can. I'm going to talk at them. Going to tell us all the stuff that's happening and everything that you're doing and how life is so exciting, all the rest of it. Or we're going to talk with people. So what's the difference? Well, at is like you've got one train of thought and you're just going to talk at people. With is, hey, what's the other person saying? What questions can I ask them? What questions can I further answer to get more out of the story, as opposed to coming in automatically with your point of view? Because the human brain's got this incredible ability to think at so many more words a minute than what our talking can be. So this brain's got all this space to think. Well, it can think about the nuances of words, the feelings of words, all of the things. And instead of coming back with a reply or a change of the subject, think, hey, what question can I ask here? What's the key word that I can actually bring in to actually get the conversation happening further? You know, there's been many a conversation that has gone from the standard 5 minutes to half an hour, sometimes even an hour, because you ask questions. People love talking about themselves, particularly when they're asked to do so. Of course, the challenge is, of course, is that, you know, if you're one of these people that listens more than talks, and believe it or not, even though I talk a lot on this channel, I do actually like to listen to people more. Is you don't tend to get asked questions about you. If those rarities come along where someone asks you what you think or how you feel or how you're going, grab onto those people, because it means that there's a truly collaborative communication thing going. This person also understands he or she's not going into the social event thinking, I'm just going to talk to people. It's more about talking with people. And conversation can go for a really, really long time when you do that. And so my challenge to you next time is when you're at a next social function, don't talk at people, talk with them. And you know what? The song is Girls Talk. You know, I don't know about you, I find it easier to talk to girls than blokes. I don't know what it's about. It maybe they're a bit more in touch with their emotions. Who knows? It's just one of these things that, you know, it's easy to talk to some people, not so easy to talk to others. If it's hard to talk to someone, don't beat yourself up about it. You know, it takes two to talk, right? Two to communicate. So if it doesn't happen, just don't worry about it. Not much you can do about it. Not everyone is good at conversation, and I think this is the thing we've got to realise in this world we live in. You pick up very quickly, perhaps even a vibe even before you get there, that, oh, this may not go so well, but always give it a go anyway. So I trust you found that a little bit encouraging as we consider the way we talk. Now out in 1980, a bit of a supergroup, Rockpile. Dave Edmunds teamed up with Nick Lowe. Now, of course, he's rock and roll royalty right there. Bill Bremer and Terry Williams, who eventually would go on to play with Dire Straits. Out came Seconds of Pleasure. And I've got a bit of an official clip of Teacher Teacher from that album. That was a very much anticipated album when that came out. But because of contracts with record companies, they only ever released the one album, much to the sadness of the world probably at this point, because these guys were four iconic guys that got together for a brief amount of time. So we've got the official clip on that one. Then in 1983, off the Information album, we've got Slipping Away. This was written by ELO Genius and probably produced it by him as well, because it's certainly got his touch on it, Slipping Away. Very much a rockabilly rock number, and it's great to see that Dave Edmunds was able to team up with Jeff Lynne around the time that ELO was coming to a bit of an end. Jeff Lynne was looking for his next thing, and so to have him as in your world is a pretty amazing thing, and to have the respect of him to help you with the song just shows that Dave Edmunds had a very much a great reputation in the music industry. So we've got the official clip on Slipping Away. Classic case of not gone but slipping away. You know, that horrible feeling when it's all coming to a bit of an end, when, you know, it's probably past the point of salvation. No one actually says anything, it just basically slips away. So we got that one. So between 1972 and 2018, how long is that career? 14 studio albums, 5 compilation albums, and 32 singles. There's quite a few music videos in there as well. And so Dave Edmunds has had a pretty amazing career, that is for sure. This is one of these mainstay music legends that has just always kept on and keeping on. So the links to those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Craig David, so if you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, it's nice to give all artists, even the ones that just pop up on your Facebook feed, to think, yes, we'll give this guy a go, because you know what? Everyone's contributed to this amazing thing called music, and Dave Edmunds absolutely has. So if you come back for another one and this is your first time, the Life Reflections through Music, thank you to everyone for being here, coming back. It's so good to see you all here. Well, next time, I had not done this guy yet, and I didn't realise how influential this guy has actually been, because his name has crept up a lot of times in a lot of these artist stories, and that's Chet Atkins. So I'm going to go on to him next time. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.